Alright guys, I just wanted to give a quick tutorial on how to set up an AI race between you and a teammate or an opponent. Just pick a map in the free roam section that has AI roads on it. And I loaded up East Coast here, so we'll just get right to it. What you're going to need is in the bottom left-hand corner there, you're going to need the AI control app from the UI app section, and I'll show you where to find that in 1 second. I'm just going to press Control R real quick because that's one of the steps, and that will be your first step. So once you get your car to a place you want to start racing your buddy, um, get to where you want to be and press Control R to set your spawn point for your vehicle. That'll be helpful if you both crash and you want to reset both cars. All right, so to get to the AI UI control app, go to the UI app section. Again, press Escape to get to the menu, or you're going to go to this button here, the top left, UI app select edit, and it's going to bring up this. You're going to go to the add app button. It's the orange button with the plus sign. Hit that. All right, it's in alphabetical order. The second one is AI control. You're going to click on that, and it will bring it up. All right, so there it is now. Nothing you need to do with your car, but you do need to spawn traffic. And with police for this example here, I find that to be the most fun anyway. So we'll go to AI, traffic. Another important step here is pause your game. Go ahead and pause your game. You're going to have to do it in a couple minutes anyway. And I find that it helps the traffic spawn faster when your game is paused. So go ahead and pause your game and then spawn police and traffic vehicles. And just click on that and wait for that to load up. All right, they're all loaded up. Now, I want to give you a tip. You can go to all of these random BeamNG official cars that are spawning up right now. You can select each of them, and you can pick whichever vehicle you would like for them to spawn in. So all you would have to do, and I'll just make a quick example here. Tab over to the vehicle. Go up to the vehicles. And the vehicle that you would like to have as a replacement for that vehicle. And once you find it, choose it, and it will spawn that vehicle every time it would have spawned this current vehicle that we're replacing. All right, now the next important step is to go to the AI mode for that vehicle and select traffic for that vehicle. Don't need to mess with any other settings other than setting it to traffic. And you can go through and you can change your other cars that are showing up as well. If you have vehicle pooling on, it will I believe it doubles the amount of AI vehicles you have set. So let's say you have a somewhat normal computer that can handle 3 AI vehicles, and you set your slider to only spawn 3 vehicles in your eyesight at a time. Vehicle pooling will give you 6 vehicles, but 3 in on the map at one time, and it will cycle through a total of 6 cars, again 3 at a time. So you would have to wait until you see each one of the 6 vehicles. Maybe pause your game at that point and hop into that vehicle you'd like to change and change it. And always remember, after you change the vehicle, it does set the AI mode to disabled. So you have to then go and set the AI mode to traffic for that vehicle. So we'll change this one uh, just for that example's sake. All right, we'll set it to. All right, so again, now that that vehicle is spawned in, you're gonna come over to AI mode and set him to traffic, and now he will spawn. Again, you don't have to mess with any other settings. All right, now we're in the vehicle that you will be driving. We'll let the traffic kind of move along a little bit here. All right, we'll pause it again here. We're going to set up your buddy that you want to race with now. So we'll pause the game. We'll come over. I'm just going to clone the vehicle that I'm driving. Once he is spawned in, you're going to set the spawn point for him as well. Press Control R. And that just again makes it so that if both of you crash or if one of you crashes and you want to reset the race, you can just find both cars and simply press R. Pause your game, press R for both vehicles, and then all you have to do is unpause and you can restart the race again. All right, just for the sake of being able to tell the two cars apart, I'm going to change the color of the vehicle for the AI friend, if you will. All right, and we're in his car now. The AI mode set for him. Again, make sure your game is paused at this point. AI mode is going to go to span. Now, what span is going to do is you have different AI paths all throughout the map. For every street and corner and dirt road. AI span, it links them all together in a way so that this AI driver has the opportunity to take a corner and take any different turn he wants to on the map. So it's a little unpredictability for you following him around. It does make it kind of challenging and kind of fun. So um, the the real fun comes here with the risk factor. We're going to change that up to about 80.86. I know that this vehicle can handle. It is vehicle specific how the risk factor reacts with the car. Better handling cars, you can turn the risk factor up a little more. The car will be able to make more risky maneuvers and be able to handle them. So for mode, and that's the mode of the risk factor, I guess you could kind of say, and the way in which he's going to drive. He is going to drive at the limit. What that means is he's going to go as fast as he can within the bounds of this risk factor to make corners within that limit. Okay, you can change if you change the risk factor up too high, he'll fly off the track and slam into other vehicles. He'll be too risky. As a good rule of thumb, 0.70 to 0.10, if you will, 1.1 is a margin in which you can kind of play around with for risk. If you happen to like to turn up the environment gravity for AI, if you know that little trick, I usually just click it right on Neptune because it's easy to turn up the gravity a little more from 9 point whatever Earth is to 11.15. All right, so that's another little trick of the trade there, if you will. Anyway, so that's it. So you got to set the span. You don't need to mess with the awareness settings at all. That's the awareness of the vehicles around him. In lane, pretty self-explanatory. If you press in lane, he won't backtrack and turn around and go in opposite directions. He will also not pass cars. He will stay in his lane. CO drivability, that's more along the lines of cutting corners and driving off track to get to where he's going. You can just leave that alone. You can leave all the rest of the settings alone. Um, if you'd like me to go in more depth on target map and any of the AI debug features or any of the other features, then just let me know in the comments. But anyway, we'll start the race because I've been blabbering on a little too long now. So hop in your vehicle, and all you really have to do at this point is maybe shut off your AI, your UI by pressing Alt U, and unpause your game, and you can start the race. So ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Copper didn't make it. I fucked up. Boy. All right, guys. Well, that's the tutorial. Hope you liked it, and hope you learned something. All right, we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks a lot.